Hello everybody and welcome to my studio. I'm going to be doing some demonstrations from here sometimes, and this is just a piece of it. You'll see a lot of it as we go through. But today we're going to start with a concept. What is clay? So clay is a material that we work with and we can make lots and lots of things out of it. For us, it comes in these blocks that you might see a little bit in this bag here. Usually they're about 25 pounds. And where it comes from before that is river beds and stream beds. Clay, a lot of people think at first it's an organic material like dirt. So leaves and animals die and their cells break down and they turn into dirt. Well, that's an organic material. Clay is not that. Clay is actually inorganic. So it's when there are rocks in riverbeds and streams where water runs over it. Over time, the water breaks down the rocks into these tiny, tiny particles, and that's what makes clay. Now, this is refined, so it's really precise. It fires at correct temperatures, but that's the basic idea of it. So if you have a stream near your house, and I've had a couple of students do this in the past, you can actually reclaim your own clay from that to possibly use. So anyway, what in the world can I do with this material? If you've never worked with it before, if it's soft when you get it, if it's plastic, you can start to shape it into lots of different things just using your fingers, or you can use lots of different materials, such as tools, to change it. So right now, all I'm doing is pinching it, so you can see there are little fingerprints all over, and it's kind of doing this curl thing, which I enjoy. You can also do things like smoothing with your finger, too. This can kind of get some of the edges a little bit neater and any like imperfections you don't really like. And one thing you'll notice while you're working with clay is that over time, it will start to get harder, more brittle, maybe start to get some cracks in the surface. And the reason for that is that there's water in this. This is broken down parts of rock, like we said, but it's also got water in it. And just leaving it out in the air, it'll slowly start to dry, which we do want at a certain point in the process. But let's say I'm working on bending this and it's starting to dry out. That's when our handy spray bottle or our sponge comes in. So we can just add a little more water to it and it'll stay pliable so we can bend it. So yeah, clay is awesome to work with. You do have to keep it covered overnight. If I don't cover it in plastic, what will happen is it'll dry out too quickly. So typically when you've got your project, you would put this in a bag, plastic bag overnight, and then we'd save it for tomorrow. And that is clay.